When we think about life, we often focus on its beginning and middle, but the later chapters are just as meaningful, just as full of wisdom, love, and purpose. Today, I want to speak with you about 5 warning signals an elderly person could be in their last year of life. But rather than approaching this with fear or sadness, let's look at it with respect, awareness, and hope. Because even in the final stages, every single day has value, and with the right care, diet, movement, and mindset, those days can be lived beautifully. Number 1, recognize the subtle warning signs. When an elderly person begins entering the later stages of life, the body and mind start giving subtle messages that often go unnoticed. These are not always dramatic or sudden changes, but quiet signals that, when observed carefully, can tell us that someone might be in their final year. One of the earliest signs is a gradual loss of appetite. Food no longer tastes the same, or meals that once brought joy suddenly feel like a burden. This decline in appetite can lead to noticeable weight loss, weakness, and a lack of interest in maintaining regular eating habits. Along with appetite changes, fatigue becomes more frequent. Tasks that were once simple, like walking across the room, climbing a few stairs, or even holding a conversation, begin to feel exhausting. The body conserves energy as though it knows it is nearing its limit, and rest becomes more constant than activity. Sleep patterns also shift in ways that can be concerning. Some elders find themselves sleeping more throughout the day, while at night they may wake frequently or struggle to get comfortable. These disruptions not only affect energy levels but also hint at the body's changing rhythm as it slows down. Another signal comes in the form of social withdrawal. A person who once loved gatherings, conversations, or family visits may start preferring silence and solitude. It is not always because of sadness or depression, but often because the energy required to interact becomes too heavy. This withdrawal can be subtle at first, such as shorter conversations or avoiding social events, but gradually it can become a consistent pattern of quietness. Cognitive changes can also appear as part of these warnings. Memory lapses, confusion about time and place, or difficulty concentrating may increase. It is as though the mind begins gently disconnecting from the routines of daily life. All of these signs, loss of appetite, fatigue, disrupted sleep, withdrawal, and mental shifts, are not always definitive proof that the end is near, but together they create a picture that requires compassion, attention, and understanding. Recognizing these signals is not about predicting a countdown, but about opening our eyes to the reality of aging and offering the care, patience, and presence that our elders need most during this delicate stage. Number 2, prioritize a healthy diet. A healthy diet plays one of the most important roles in supporting elderly individuals, especially when they may be in their final year of life. As the body ages, digestion slows down, appetite often decreases, and nutrient absorption becomes less efficient. This means every meal should count, not just in calories but in quality. When an older person begins losing interest in food, families and caregivers can gently encourage small, frequent meals rather than heavy plates that may overwhelm them. Choosing foods that are rich in essential vitamins, minerals, and proteins helps maintain strength and energy, even when overall intake is lower than before. Warm, nourishing soups, lightly cooked vegetables, soft fruits, and lean proteins like fish, eggs, or beans can provide comfort while being easy on the stomach. Hydration is equally important, as many elders forget to drink enough water, leading to dehydration, fatigue, and confusion. Offering herbal teas, broths, or fruit-infused water can make drinking more enjoyable and less of a task. Beyond physical nourishment, diet also affects mood and mental clarity. Meals rich in omega-3 fatty acids, leafy greens, and whole grains can help sustain brain health and emotional balance. Gentle seasoning, natural herbs, and familiar flavors can bring joy to eating, even when taste buds begin to dull. It is not just about providing nutrients. It is about creating an experience that reminds them of care, warmth, and love. Families can involve elders in simple food choices, asking what they prefer, or preparing favorite traditional meals in lighter forms. This keeps them connected to the emotional comfort of food and ensures they feel valued in their choices. Portion control and meal timing also play a role in maintaining comfort. Large meals may cause bloating, discomfort, or indigestion, while smaller portions eaten more often reduce strain on the digestive system. Smoothies, porridges, and soft-textured foods can help when chewing becomes difficult or when appetite is very low. Even during fragile stages, sharing meals with family members at the table can encourage better eating, turning mealtime into a moment of bonding rather than just nourishment. A thoughtful diet helps preserve strength, dignity, and joy for elderly people, giving them both physical support and emotional comfort in their final chapters. Number 3, encourage light exercise. Light exercise becomes a gentle yet powerful way to support the health and well-being of elderly individuals, especially when they may be approaching the final year of life. As bodies grow weaker with age, complete inactivity can accelerate decline, leading to stiffness, poor circulation, and muscle loss. Simple movements, when encouraged daily, can make a remarkable difference in how an older adult feels both physically and emotionally. Activities do not have to be intense or demanding. Even a slow walk around the garden, a few steps across the living room, or standing and stretching while holding onto a chair can help maintain mobility. These small actions keep the joints flexible, stimulate blood flow, and reduce the risk of dangerous complications like bed sores or blood clots that come from long periods of sitting or lying down. For many elders, balance becomes a growing challenge, and light exercise also plays a role in preventing falls. Practicing steady supported movements strengthens the legs and core muscles, giving more confidence in daily tasks such as moving from the bed to a chair or standing up after resting. Gentle stretching is equally important, loosening tight muscles and easing discomfort that often comes with aging. Breathing exercises can be combined with stretches to calm the mind, strengthen the lungs, and bring a sense of relaxation. In some cases, very light resistance exercises using simple objects like water bottles or resistance bands can be introduced carefully to maintain muscle tone. But even without equipment, regular movement has profound benefits. Exercise also carries an emotional reward. It creates a sense of accomplishment and independence, reminding older adults that they still have control over their bodies. The release of endorphins, even from the simplest activity, helps lift mood, reduce anxiety, and bring moments of joy. Pairing movement with music or doing it alongside a loved one can transform it into an enjoyable routine rather than a chore. For those who are bedridden, assisted exercises like gentle leg raises, hand squeezes, or guided stretching can keep the body engaged and prevent stiffness. The goal is not about building strength for the future, but preserving comfort and dignity in the present. Encouraging light exercise every day, no matter how small, adds energy, stability, and positivity to an elderly person's life, helping them feel more alive and connected to their surroundings. Number 4, support a peaceful lifestyle. Supporting a peaceful lifestyle for elderly individuals, especially those who may be in their final year of life, is one of the most meaningful gifts families can provide. At this stage, stress and unnecessary pressures can weigh heavily on both the body and mind, making it essential to create an environment that feels calm, gentle, and nurturing. A peaceful lifestyle does not simply mean quiet surroundings. It also includes routines, emotional care, and small habits that bring comfort and stability. When older adults know what to expect in their daily lives, whether it is mealtimes, short walks, or quiet moments of rest, it reduces anxiety and allows them to relax fully into each day. Routines create a sense of safety and predictability, which is especially important when energy is limited and changes feel overwhelming. Reducing stress also means removing unnecessary burdens, encouraging them to avoid worrying about finances, household tasks, or responsibilities they can no longer manage, brings relief. Family members can step in to handle these concerns, reminding elders that their role now is to simply enjoy the time they have, free of obligations. Surroundings can also be adjusted to encourage calmness. Soft lighting, comfortable seating, gentle music, and familiar objects all contribute to a sense of peace. Even nature plays a powerful role. The sight of greenery, the sound of birds, or fresh air through an open window can soothe the heart and mind. Emotional peace is just as vital as physical comfort. Spending meaningful time with loved ones, engaging in heartfelt conversations, and revisiting cherished memories through old photos or stories helps create a warm atmosphere filled with love. Spiritual or faith-based practices, such as prayer, meditation, or quiet reflection can also bring deep comfort, reminding elders of their life's purpose and connection to something greater than themselves. Encouraging laughter, lighthearted moments, and gentle companionship ensures they do not feel alone or forgotten. This kind of lifestyle is not only for the elderly person, but for the entire family. It fosters deeper bonds, creates lasting memories, and transforms what could be a stressful period into one of closeness and harmony. By removing pressure and focusing on calm, positive routines, every day becomes a chance to live meaningfully, without rushing, without fear, and with a heart at ease. Number 5, foster a positive mindset. A positive mindset can be one of the most powerful supports for elderly individuals, especially in the later stages of life, when physical strength may be fading, but emotional strength can still shine brightly. The way a person thinks and feels directly influences their overall well-being, and for older adults, carrying hope, gratitude, and purpose can transform the quality of their remaining days. A mindset of positivity does not mean ignoring difficulties. It means choosing to focus on the small joys that still exist and appreciating the simple beauty in daily life. Even something as ordinary as enjoying the warmth of sunlight, hearing laughter from grandchildren, or listening to a favorite song can spark happiness when the heart is open to it. Encouraging gratitude is one of the simplest yet most impactful ways to strengthen a positive mindset. When an elderly person reflects on the blessings of their past, the love they have given and received, and the lessons they have learned, they are reminded that their life has been full of meaning. Families can gently encourage this by asking them to share stories, wisdom, or memories, making them feel valued and respected. These conversations not only bring positivity to the elder, but also enrich the lives of younger generations who carry forward their experiences. Faith, spirituality, or personal belief systems can also provide comfort, offering a sense of peace and reassurance about life's journey. For many, prayer, meditation, or simply quiet reflection helps them find strength, calm, and acceptance. This spiritual connection often lifts burdens of fear and allows them to embrace each day with dignity and serenity. Alongside this, maintaining social connections is another vital part of a positive mindset. When elders feel included in family discussions, celebrations, or even simple daily activities, they are reminded that they still matter, that their presence brings value. Laughter and lighthearted moments are also part of cultivating positivity. Watching a funny show, telling jokes, or sharing playful interactions with children can ease worries and bring joy to the heart. Even in moments of weakness or illness, positivity can be nurtured by surrounding elders with love, patience, and encouragement. A gentle word, a smile, or hand held in comfort can shift their outlook, reminding them that life is still precious. By nurturing gratitude, faith, connection, and laughter, a positive mindset becomes a source of strength that makes each day meaningful, allowing elderly individuals to live with peace, joy, and dignity no matter the stage of life they are in.